Up next on today's Wild West, we'll ride the Rocky Mountain front at Montana's beautiful Triple J Wilderness Ranch.
It really is like it is in the movies.
I love every minute of it.
Robert Crosby is living the dream.
Everything about it, the scenery, the people, the horses.
At Montana's Triple J Ranch.
Sometimes pictures just don't do it justice. You gotta just keep it in your mind.
He and his wife Joanne have dreamed of coming to a Western dude ranch for years, but finally made it happen.
And this is our 25th anniversary this year.
Quite exciting to finally be here.
Yeah.
Meeting the horses and the friendly mules on the couple's first evening at the ranch.
It's going to come right up and get a close-up.
It's all thanks to Max Barker, who had a dream of his own, own a ranch in the American West.
My grandparents vacationing when he was young and went to Wyoming, Idaho, and Montana and got the bug, wanted to come west.
The Iowa farmer saw his chance when he discovered the Triple J.
It was a rundown hunting and fishing lodge with a poor reputation.
But Max saw potential, and in 1976 he bet that Iowa farm, sold it, and bought the Triple J.
Mount Mortimer, and that marks the end of the gulch that the ranch is in.
Ernie Barker was 12 years old when the family moved to Montana.
I remember that it was really big, and I was from Iowa, and I didn't miss it at all after I was here a week.
It took years of hard work.
Used all his life savings and the sale of the farm in Iowa to pay the bills. It was tough in those first 10 years, he would have told you.
But today that rundown hunting lodge is the beautiful Triple J Wilderness Ranch. Nestled in Mortimer Gulch on the Rocky Mountain front, 80 miles west of Great Falls, Montana, the Triple J sits in the middle of some truly spectacular country, which we get a taste of on our very first ride. Out the back gate, through the woods, and up to a spot known as Wedding Hill, a splendid place to tie the knot or let your own knots unwind.
So nice. It's beautiful.
You know, we're at the end of the road, so you can ride in any direction, and it's really land like it's always been. You can ride in the mountains, you can get out on the prairie, and you don't have to stay in a line. You can have some freedom to explore.
That's our plan on this rainy morning as the Triple J crew loads up the horses for a short trip down the mountain.
This is the prairie ride.
And a very different day of riding.
I like the prairie ride.
The wide open spaces are another flavor of this amazing country that is Montana.
It's my favorite, I think. I like having everything open and being able to be on the side of each other.
The land still looks much as it did when the buffalo roamed here. Those vast herds are long gone, but the deer and the antelope still play.
Oh, he's right there.
Including a very impressive pronghorn buck.
They're our fastest land animal in North America.
The big guy soon takes off, but along the trail we spot the skull of another.
It kind of looks like antelope. Yeah, keep an eye out for sheds, actually. That's why it's great to spread out, too.
A bit later we stop to capture some other mementos.
Thank you.
To help us remember this unforgettable day. We soon find ourselves on the banks of the Sun River, where we take a break for lunch and savor the moment.
I think it's pretty cool. I like the horses.
And I like how this place takes you via van to some of the trail locations too, you know? Like it really lets you see the full width and breadth of Montana.
This wide open country has lots of room to roam and run. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, more horseback adventures await in the arena, team penning. The concept is simple enough. Drive 3 cows into a pen.
Come on, cows.
But cows don't always want to be driven.
All right, now move again forward.
It can be a challenge, but cowboys don't quit, and we finally get her done.
Yay! It's going to look a little something like this. I really hope.
Then it's time to try another cowboy skill, roping. Not as easy as it looks. Even when the cow doesn't move.
There you go. Yeah, just like that. Nice.
It's all good fun, but it does make you appreciate what a working cowboy can do with a rope on a cow that does move.
When you rope a cow off a horse, if you get provided you got a good horse, you're roping from right here at the most. So just throw your loops from in. You don't have to be so far away.
Horses are the heart of the Triple J, home to 63 mounts. The string includes 15 mules who earn their keep on the Triple J's pack trips into the nearby Bob Marshall Wilderness, just a trail ride away. The Bob, as it's known, is 1 million acres of pristine wilderness. It is spectacular. But then, so is the Triple J day ride to Hannon Gulch.
Named after the horse thief, John Hannon.
The view up here, it looks straight out at Sun Canyon. You can kind of see the prairie out there, but the big bluffs and the river snaking through, I just love it.
Pretty country, huh?
Oh, gorgeous. Unbelievable. Feel right at home, actually. This is where I belong.
The best of this ride is yet to come, but we need to dismount to see it.
It's beautiful. Yeah, I like everything in this part of Montana. It's beautiful.
Oh, God, just incredible. Yeah. You feel like you're living like in this little picture book. It's like when you see sunsets and you can't believe that the color is really that amazing in real life. And you're here and you just look around and you're like, wow, it really is like it is in the movies.
We're back in the saddle, down the hill, and soon looking up at the cliff we gazed down from a short time ago. The trail back along the banks of the Sun River includes reminders that this was once the hunting grounds of the Blackfeet. It's easy to think this land looks as it did when the tribes roamed here, but there have been changes, like Gibson Dam. A few of us choose to take an extra adventurous ride back to the ranch on the steep trail that climbs high above the dam. Some stimulating real estate.
We live to tell.
We're soon on a mellower stretch of trail alongside the picturesque lake the dam created.
Yeah, I was literally just thinking about it the other day, 8 years.
Alex Sudman is here for the 8th summer in a row with his sister Emma.
So much fun.
They make us feel at home.
And her parents, Bill and Mariana.
Our children have loved it, and it's just something that we've always wanted to come back to.
It really feels like home away from home every year.
It really is. It really feels like just a second home when we come up here, and Kim and Ernie are like family now, so.
Emma especially loves helping out at the barn, where you'll find her early every morning helping to catch and saddle the horses.
The past couple years I've come up for a couple extra weeks and like work as a wrangler, and hopefully, maybe I'll do that next summer as a full-time summer job, so.
The Triple J is a small ranch, taking just a couple dozen guests at a time, which is very intentional.
You just get to know people better. It's just kind of our flair. We've found it's a lot more of a personal experience. We can cater to a lot of different activities and interests.
Pull.
Like the chance to do a little skeet shooting.
These barrels of the gun stay downrange at all times. That's the #1 rule of gun safety. You can't shoot anybody if it's not pointed at them.
This was Charlie's first chance to ever fire a gun.
Yeah, ever. Any gun.
Not too bad, huh?
Yeah, very cool.
Michelle wanted to fish, and I wanted to sleep, so they found a place for me to read my book while they were fishing. It's just great.
Cool. It's pretty cozy. The Western Main Lodge is just what you'd imagine at a Western ranch. Steps away, we gather in the lodge dining room for family-style dinners. Unless we're outside for a barbecue. Where the guitar comes out after dinner around the campfire. Even the deer seem to enjoy the music.
You haven't been to Montana, Nelda?
Nope, this is my first Montana experience.
It's another day, and we're off on the Home Gulch ride.
There's a homestead at the head of Home Gulch.
Oh, look at that.
Is there any remains there?
Just a little bit of concrete and some logs.
How about this viewpoint?
We won't see those ruins today. No one's complaining.
Every day I ride up here, it's like seeing it for the first time. It does not get old.
It's especially thrilling for those seeing the West Horseback for the very first time to imagine what it must have been like.
They just come traveling through here, what they must have thought.
Yep.
Occasionally see an Indian or something.
We're making our own history today, doing our own exploring.
I'm not sure where that trail leads. We're just having fun at this point.
What's that peak to the right, the big one there?
This right here is Castle Reef. Well, I know for sure now that we're gonna get home.
Who wants to go home?
That's called Pishkin, and just beyond that is a town called Shoto.
Well, it's a great view everywhere you look.
It really is like riding in a postcard. Back at the trailhead, our good buddy Chet is waiting for us.
Miniature Australian Shepherd.
The beloved furball is part of the family at the Triple J,
Chetty Atkins.
and often along for the ride when we haul horses to the trailhead. And it's pretty interesting to watch how they load the horses in Ernie's industrial-sized horse trailer for the trip back to the ranch. Another day of living the dream in Montana. And Max Barker's dream will continue. His granddaughter Haley and her husband Trey will soon be the third generation of the family to take the reins.
Yeah, so it's exciting for the future and to be the third generation and really to just take on a legacy and show people the beauty of Montana and continue what the Triple J has been doing for 40 plus years.
Well, we're just thrilled. I think Ernie's parents would be very pleased.
We enjoy one last outdoor dinner, grilled steak along the Sun River.
Great week. Good people, good horses. About to have some steaks along the river.
Living the dream, which you may be dreaming about when you get back home. Memories you may soon want to refresh with another trip to this special part of Montana, the Triple J Ranch.